Welcome back to another video from our China series. Today, we're in the capital, Beijing. We visited two of the city's most iconic landmarks. Let's take you along and show you how the day unfolded. We started off our day at Tiananmen Square. We had to register through WeChat and select a time slot before our visit. There was heavy security, which totally makes sense for a place like this. I was a little nervous about bringing my big camera, but it turned out fine. Just keep in mind, tripods and large mics aren't allowed. Let's check out this place. We got there around 10 AM and it was fairly busy. Tiananmen Square and the Forbidden City are quite close to each other, so it made sense to cover both on the same day. But that also meant a lot of walking. We were just following the crowds, which felt like the best thing to do in China. Every place is massive, and the locals definitely know their way around. Even better, just tag along behind a tour group. It really helps. It was a beautiful day to explore those historic landmarks. We picked up some snacks and drinks and took a short break just to recharge and mentally prepare for all the walking that was coming our way. It was a straight walk ahead to the Forbidden City, so we began our walk. Here we go! Walking through the Forbidden City felt absolutely incredible. I couldn't believe I was actually here, one of the most iconic places in all of China. I felt so amazed, lucky, and just really happy to be exploring this historic site. Moments like this remind me why I love traveling so much. This one's definitely a big tick off my bucket list. This place is enormous. Lots of walking, but every step shows its amazing scale and history. Just when you think one section is done, it opens up into an even grander area. The weather was perfect that day, though it didn't stay that way for the rest of our visit, as you'll see later in this video. This section became a bit crowded, but there was nothing to worry about. There was no pushing or rushing involved. We then came out into an open space with breathtaking views. Finally, we did it. I was exhausted, but so happy. This was definitely one of my best days on the China trip. If you're in Beijing, don't miss these two landmarks. My dad also mentioned he'd love to visit Jingshan Park, which is literally right across from the north gate of the Forbidden City. That's one of the viewpoints from Jingshan Park. We planned to visit the park the following day, but did we actually make it? Keep watching the video to find out. After all that walking, we weren't really sure what to do next. There was a nearby food street, which again would have meant more walking. And also, this area was close to the hutongs, the traditional residential neighbourhoods that are still being preserved, but exploring them also involved quite a bit of walking. So we decided to skip it that day and planned to come back when we visited the park. Little did we know what was in store for the next 2 days. As we wait for the taxi, take a quick look at all the colourful traditional clothing people wore that day. Waiting for a Didi took a while since it was peak hour. We didn't have much planned for the evening, and honestly, we were exhausted. A good rest was definitely needed before we could do it all again the next day. Here was what we planned for the 4 days in Beijing. On the first day, we visited the Temple of Heaven. After that, we explored Tiananmen Square and the Forbidden City. We still had 2 more days in Beijing. 1 day was reserved for the Great Wall of China, and the other was for checking out Jingshan Park, the hutongs, and the modern side of the city. But did the next 2 days go as planned? Well, you'll see soon enough. Keep watching. That evening, we ordered food to our hotel. Bubble tea from our favourite store, spicy noodles, yummy dumplings, and spicy fried rice. Everything was amazing. Our plan was to get to bed early and be ready for the next day's adventures. I couldn't wait to see the Great Wall. The Great Wall was on top of our list for the places we wanted to visit during our first trip to China. We set aside a whole day for the visit and also kept an extra day just in case things didn't work out the way we planned. But none of that mattered. Nature had its own plans.
And moving on, strong winds have caused widespread disruption in Beijing and parts of northern China, leading to hundreds of flights cancellations and tourist sites closures and rail line suspensions. According to state media reports, at least 413 flights at Beijing Capital International Airport had been cancelled, with train services, including the airport's express subway line and high-speed rail lines, also suspended. Popular tourist attractions like the Summer Palace, Temple of Heaven, Beijing Zoo and the Universal Studios theme park.
The forecast was bad and all major tourist attractions were closed. Sadly, that included the Great Wall of China. By late morning, we finally gathered some courage to step out just to get a hot drink from a nearby street. We found a Luckin coffee store, so we settled there for a while. Later that afternoon, we decided to venture out into the city and visit a shopping centre. It was actually the same shopping mall we'd been to on our first day in Beijing. We headed straight up to the top floor and found this amazing restaurant. You had to pick your own ingredients and the staff cook it fresh for you. The staff was super friendly, doing their best to help us through the translation app. We then wandered around the mall with nothing much to do until our legs finally gave up. Outside, it was freezing cold and super windy, but it was still nice to see a few people out and about on the streets. That wrapped up our third day in Beijing. We still had one more day to go, and I was really hopeful the weather would improve. We just wanted that one clear day to visit the Great Wall. But sadly, things didn't improve. The hotel staff checked and told us that all outdoor tourist spots were closed for the day. With nothing else to do and feeling a little sad about how things turned out, we decided to just explore the nearby local area to see how the locals go about their shopping and daily life. While walking around, we stumbled upon this underground store, so we went in to check it out. We love tea, so it was perfect for picking up some to take home. For lunch, we ordered food to our hotel room. Fried rice and noodles, my absolute favourites. In the afternoon, we decided to go for a walk. The wind was so strong, it almost knocked us off our feet. We stepped into another store to check out the grocery scene in Beijing, and we were really impressed. Everything looked so fresh, there was such a great variety, and the prices were low. Later that evening, we went back to the Pizza Hut we'd spotted earlier during our walks. Just look at that menu. It seemed never ending. Pizza Hut's menu in China is a whole different level, so unique and inviting. We went back and forth over the menu a few times before finally picking a pizza. And wow, it was so tasty and filling. That wrapped up our day 4 in Beijing. We'll catch you all in our next video really soon. Until then, take care!